China for me has always had a very special place. Always had a fascination for China. I always say like
Where did that come from?
Yeah, big fan of the kung fu movies, and something about maybe being also seeing China with its long history. I come from a mixed family. Mom Spanish, father Swedish. Growing up in Stockholm, Sweden, so maybe like this rooted person that didn't feel maybe quite at home, maybe in Sweden, not at home in Spain, and without that, that mixed culture thing. And I don't know, for China, it seemed like they had such a strong and old culture with all of these things. So something again attracted me with China. So that's why already, like I said, back in the 98, I did my first market entry strategy for a Swedish company, and that's sort of where I also realized that this sort of something I would like to pursue, doing something with China. And again, 2003, I did my MBA, and I got a scholarship to go to Beijing to do my last year at my MBA at Tsinghua University, and that was the sort of the final decision for me, where I realized for sure, China is not decreasing in fascination for me. Au contraire, I feel like this country is getting more and more interesting.
2003, that must have been amazing, like the changes from that you see then.
It's
a very different world.
Yeah,
now,
at that time I was living in Beijing. I think 25% of the population didn't have their own toilets, so they relied on public toilets, etc. You can just smell these toilets from kilometer away almost, because so it was for sure it was a different vibe than it was.
How did that make you? What on that made you feel home then? When you say, okay, this is where I want to stay. Was that after university you wanted to be here, or did you go back to Stockholm and decided later you kind of made the serious decisions, like, okay, now I want to move from here to here, or did you just get stuck and stayed?
No, after the university, I sort of also liked, because as you know, studying Chinese, etc., you're investing a lot of time in this. So at the same time, as I was studying my MBA, I also did full-time Chinese, which means like 4 hours a day from 7:30 or 8 o'clock until noon. So those hours that I put in, along with the last year I did with my MBA, sort of I also, again, coming back to that, I forced myself to not back out. Then I already invested too much in this to back out. So then I knew that I had to capitalize on what I did, because I made a decision to move from Australia, where I did my MBA, to Beijing. So then I would that would be very stupid of me to not use that.
To not use a lot of that,
to use that knowledge. And at the same time, I also got some positive feedback from Swedish companies, contacting me already at 2003, 2004, that saw also a need for people that had relevant Chinese skills. So that also made me encourage me to, wow, I'm onto something interesting here.
There also weren't too many other foreigners around, right?
Exactly. So people were like, oh, how good do you speak Chinese? Now, you think you can do this? What can you do? How can you do operation over there? And I could see people were really enthusiastic about how they can use me inside China. So then I sort of knew and got that confirmation that, man, Folke, stick to this. This can be something. Yeah. You're onto something here. So your gut feeling is right. So in the year 2006, I started my clothing brand, which was the reason I came to Shenzhen, because most of the production was allocated here in the Shenzhen area.